It's Rick and Sasha with George Wilborn. I'm Rick Party.
Hello, darlings. I'm Sasha the Diva.
And I am George Wilborn, the stress reliever.
Now, you know that COVID-19 has affected us in so many ways. I mean, people can't even pay mortgages. They can't pay rent. I mean, forget about student loans. I mean, people's lives have been totally shut down.
Can't buy groceries. Yeah, people
can't even buy
waiting
groceries,
in lines. Yeah, for hours just trying to get a box of food.
Oh my gosh! But you know what? When we need the answers to how to handle all of it, we go to one person. That's our good friend Tambria Peoples. How are you?
I'm great. How you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic, Tambria. She's with Willis Mitchell and Associates. Tambria, we have millions of young people that are dealing with student loans, all right? Student loans that they couldn't pay back then, and student loans right now that they can't pay. But it affects their future in trying to purchase a house. How do we move forward to help our young people to be able to be homeowners when they have this debt hanging over their heads?
They really have to use their resources. I mean, just kind of do the research, and that's kind of what I've done. Done the research for my clients to help them to figure out how they can get into a home, and also myself. And this topic was personal for me because the student loan debt has people thinking that they cannot purchase a home, whether it be that that the payments are too high and they feel they can't, pay a mortgage, commit to a mortgage and pay their student loans, or if sometimes mortgage companies will tell them, hey, your debt is too high, and because of the student loans. And so, most times mortgage companies want your debt not to exceed 40 to 50% of your income. And a lot of times the student loans are what push them right over that edge.
But
and so go ahead.
But if your loan is in default, are you able to buy a house? And something you just said, too, I didn't think you could buy a house with all these student loans hanging over you.
It's possible. It's hard. It's tough to get to that point, but it's not impossible. And if your loans are in default, it's a good chance you won't be able to purchase. However, if you are in good standing with your home, with your student loans, it's a possibility you could get approved. And one thing that I always suggest is that my clients get on an income-driven payment plan. That way, the payments will be based upon how much they're bringing in. And so for certain loans, they will consider, okay, if you're only paying $50 a month, I know this is a $50,000 loan, but you're only paying $50 a month. So they'll consider that as what you pay each month for your loan for a conventional loan. Now, other loans like FHA, where a lot of folks get turned down because of student loans, FHA will require, they look at 1%. So say, for instance, if you're only paying $50 a month for your income-driven payment, but your loan is $50,000, FHA is going to say, hey, we're going to count that you pay $500 a month, even if you don't pay the $500 a month. And that's where people will get turned down, and their DTI or debt to income ratio will push them to, get denied. So conventional loans is what I sometimes suggest to clients, because if you're paying $50 a month, the conventional loans will count that as $50 a month for your income driven. And there are other things that you can do too, is that, pay it on time, pay it down as best you can to be able to qualify for those FHA loans and others that look at it differently.
We got more with Tambria Peoples. When we come back, she's talking student loans and home loans. Don't move. Rick and Sasha with George Wilborn.
Rick and Sasha, Rick and Sasha, Rick and Sasha. Rick and Sasha, Rick and Sasha. Everybody get up. Rick and Sasha, Rick and Sasha, Rick and Sasha. Real people, real radio.
It's Rick and Sasha with George Wilborn. Our special guest is Tambria Peoples. She's talking about student loans and home loans.
What is the extension for the student loans that have to be paid back? Do they not have to pay it back till the end of the year or next year? And do I have to call to make up to set up a payment arrangement, or is it automatic?
The suspension of interest rate is through December 31st, and that's automatic.
Okay.
So the student loan repayment and interest rate suspension for federal student loans have been extended through December 31st. So you wouldn't have to make another payment until January 1st. So that also means that you have a 0% rate right now. So if you are able to make payments, make those payments because at the 0% rate, your payments go farther toward reducing the principal balance of your loan after, all the interest is paid. So now is a good time if you do have, and I know a lot of folks may not based upon what's going on right now, but if you do have, something to pay toward it, now's a good time at this 0% interest rate. But again, it's through December 31st. So January 1st is when you would, if you're making monthly payments, is when you will start back as of now.
Now, can you give us just a couple?
All of this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, babe.
I was just going to say, and all of this information is available on the Fed Loan or Department of Education site, and it spells it out really well, how, it works. And most folks who are already in some form of an income-driven plan, they should have received a notice.
Now, before we go, can you just give us a couple of tips if I have a student loan, but I'm trying to get approved for a mortgage? Because I do want to live the American dream. I do want me a beautiful house.
Yes,
What is a couple of things that I need to do to get ready?
Make on-time payments. And now is a good time, being that the rates and payments have been suspended through December 31st, you look like on your credit report that you're making on-time payments.
Got it.
So that's that's great through December 31st. But also continue to, when the payments start back, start making your payments, and also start now trying to get, if you're not on an income-based plan, try to get on an income-based plan now, so that by the time January hits, you can be making payments that are comfortable for you, and you can continue, because you need to have at least 12 months of on-time payments on any of your revolving credit. So make sure you make the payments. And I've also checked the National Association of Realtors, and the average down payment for a house or condo is about 12%. And make sure that your job history is stable. If you are a security guard and you decide, and you decide to change jobs, make sure that next job is a security job. Stay within the same industry. Even if you're self-employed, if you decide, hey, now I want to start my own business, make sure that own business is that your own business is security if you started out. So they look for stability.
Yeah, is it easier to just move in with someone?
Or you could just move in with someone.
Right, I'm like, shoot. Girl, how do we connect with you on your social media?
Okay, so on Instagram, I'm at Tam Knows Real Estate. That's Tam, Tam, Knows Real Estate. And Facebook, Tambria the Realtor. Twitter, Tam Peoples MBA. But mostly on IG, Tam Knows Real Estate. And I do post a lot of tips for people on how they can own a home and in different areas and what other problems and situations they may have. And I answer a lot of questions. So that's mainly how I can be reached.
Thank you, beautiful. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys so much. Have a
Bye,
great
babe.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.